Well, the court also making news with a major decision that will implicate financial markets in a blow to public labor unions. The Supreme Court deciding government employees will no longer be forced to pay union dues. The justice is saying those dues financially support political views that some non-union workers may not agree with, making it a violation of free speech.
Well, for more on all of this, let's bring in attorney David Bruno. David, good morning.
Good morning, Cheryl.
First, I want you to listen to what President Trump had to say about this resignation. Listen.
I'm very honored that he chose to do it during my term in office because he felt confident in me to make the right choice and carry on his great legacy.
You know, it's interesting, David, because Kennedy said in the resignation that he felt that the timing was comfortable for his resignation and that Donald Trump would pick the right nominee. Do you think that that nominee is going to be a good one under President Trump, first and foremost?
Well, that depends on which way you're coming from. For the conservatives, absolutely. I mean, yes, this is a very important seat, and Dems are definitely struggling with this. However, this could be worse for the liberals. Let's not forget that we have two other justices that are up there in age, Judge Ginsburg as well as Breyer, right. 85 and 79. This was a Reagan appointee. This is a conservative. On this year's term, he actually voted with the conservatives on all the 5-4 votes. There are 14 cases. This is not a huge loss here. It's the next one that's going to be big. Well,
that's why people like Senator Chuck Schumer and the Democrats are screaming about the timing of all of this. And that, of course, is the midterms and how this should be handled. Listen to Chuck Schumer.
Our Republican colleagues in the Senate should follow the rule they set in 2016, not to consider a Supreme Court justice in an election year.
Now, this is something that Mitch McConnell had done in the past. You know, let's wait until after the election. And that's what was under President Obama, if you recall that timing with all of this. What do you make is going to happen with the timing of the vote? Do you think the hearings could start as soon as August, since the Senate is going to be staying in session?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, big difference between the Obama appointment, and that is it was a presidential election. This is a midterm. In fact, the prior appointment by Obama was made during a midterm election. That was Justice Kagan. It was leading up to that midterms. All right, so it's certainly different. What's going to happen? Certainly we're going to get an appointment quickly.
Right.
Because the Republicans control the Senate. They control the Senate,
well, they almost.
Judiciary.
I mean, to be clear, though, the Senate is a little pretty tight, David.
You're
really
right.
Quick.
It's super close.
Real quick, before I let you go, though, Donald Trump made a really interesting comment that we've already heard. He said basically that this is someone that's going to be there for decades. I was looking at the list of possible nominees. That person would have to be born in the 70s. That gives you somebody like Senator Mike Lee, born in 1971. That could maybe give you Justice David Strauss from Minnesota, born 1974. Do you think this president goes for a younger justice that picks so that he's got his legacy for decades to come?
Younger, yes. I mean, I can't see them being on the court for 40 years, 45 years. I mean, Gorsuch is 50. Certainly, but look at Senator Lee. We need his vote. You know, that's going to be a critical vote coming up in the confirmation hearing. Good candidate, and they all are on that screen.
We're going to have a lot more about the nominees and the politics, of course, of all of this. David Bruno, thank you very much. We're going to have more later on in the show.
Have a great day.